Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Vanessa. I'll be your tarot reader today for what they want you to know, what they wish you would know, kind of what they're thinking, but that they're kind of hiding. And we're going to kind of ask tarot and see what that's all about. We have 3 piles to pick from as usual. The first pile today is going to be kyanite. The second one is going to be moonstone. And then the last one is going to be fluorite. So go ahead and feel free to pick your pile now. Okay, hi pile number 1. So there's a lot to unpack with your pile, and I do want to first start off with reminding you guys to take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Also, this is a generalized reading. If you want a more personal reading with me working with your energies, I have the link for that in the description. But let's get started with your reading. The thing about this pile is that there's like a lot of like karmic, cosmic, the universe, like it's very written in the stars what's going on here. And another thing to note is that the cards were all jumping out at me. I had no trouble with the other piles, but this specific pile was just like jumping out. So I think and I feel that for you guys, it has been quite frustrating with this person because they hold so much back. And I think that in some cases, you are also guilty of that. I think there's a lot left unsaid with this pile. A lot of hurt and frustration in regards to not expressing yourselves, not telling the other how they feel, and the timing was just off. But so we're gonna start with they wish you knew that the timing was quite off. They were so busy focused on maybe healing or making something happen for themselves that they kind of overlooked you. And then by the time that it was time for you guys, that you guys could have, made this connection work, made this connection what you wanted it to be, it wasn't able to happen because we have the Magician here, which is manifestation and just making things happen. And then we have the 10 of coins in reverse. Or I'm sorry, 9 of coins in reverse. So I think that for a lot of you guys, this connection never made it to the commitment phase. This connection, which we will get into in a little bit because we have more cards talking about that. But this connection was unfortunately never able to like take off. Was never, I can't speak. This is how much this pile is like tongue-tied, and I feel like your throat or their throat, no, it's probably theirs is more likely, but both of your guys's throat chakra has been blocked and has been just, I think when either you or them or they, when you guys finally expressed something, it was too late. There could be another person involved or something else in the situation that made you guys not be able to turn into the lovers, because we have it in reverse. And I think they might have also taken you for granted and not really shown you the way they didn't show you the care that they felt, and so they wish you knew that they did feel the same at one point, but it was just too late by the time that everything came to light. And there's just like an imbalance here. Either one of you guys reaches out more, or like one of you guys puts more effort in, and it makes it hard for the connection to continue where it is right now, because it's not where either one of you guys wanted it to be or want it to be currently. But there's a lot of coin energy here. So one of you guys or both of you guys could be earth sign, but there's just a lot of earth energy. You do bring them a lot of they think quite highly of you. Like they wish you know that they think you're super awesome. I think that you could be either really giving or really you do have a little bit of giving, and possibly they give you something. There's a lot of giving and receiving. There's a flow of energies that at one point was really nice between you guys, but they feel kind of stuck. They feel like they don't know where you guys can go next. Also, they wish you knew that they think that you're quite beautiful. Like, they think the sun shines on you, and like when they just see you from afar, when they just like picture you and how you look, they just think like, wow, this person is so beautiful. They could like your hair a lot. Yeah, there's something about your hair that they're really like, whoa, mesmerized by it. They think they just think you're quite lovely, quite handsome if you're male. But there's like a femininity to you, even if you're male, that they really, really appreciate, that they really kind of see you as, you know, mother of the earth, father of the earth, that kind of thing. I think they're a little sad. They're just a little sad that the timing was literally, I just keep hearing time, that it just, because we have the 8 of coins, and then we have time to go. And every other pile only got 1 here, but we'll get into why there's 3. But they also do feel very blessed that, you know, you came into their life and they got to know you, and that you exist. They're just like, they feel okay and at peace with the fact that you exist. And like I said, they did at one point kind of visualize taking the connection further, but something stopped them, because they did think that you guys could, because we have co-create here, that you guys could have gone further or gone in a committed relationship or had kids or moved in together, whatever the case is. But they decided it was time to, you know, take a step back, kind of let the connection be what it was going to be, but they also knew that it was time to let go. So I think that I'm a little sad now, because I think that this connection kind of ran its course for the time being, and that's not, and take that as a resonance, that's not to say that you guys are not meant to be, you guys are not supposed to be together, you guys won't be together in the future, but right now, where it sits, where you stand, you guys have to let go. And it could be, quite honestly, because they have someone else, or because they're emotionally, mentally, economically not ready for this. Let's get into these oracle cards. Commitment, I really want to point out, that came out in reverse. So like I said earlier, they were never and haven't been able to commit to you the way that they know you deserve, and they couldn't give you their heart, I mean, or maybe you couldn't, and they sensed that, and that's why they were like, they just sensed that you weren't ready, and so they might have moved on. I think you have to be honest with yourself on whether you were ready or not, because I think this person is they do have a good emotional intelligence, so they know when something could be toxic, or when someone's not ready, or when it's just the timing is off. Again, time. And I think that the connection had started to feel stale, and I think that even when you guys last saw each other, or the last few times that you guys saw each other, like, things weren't the same. Like, you guys couldn't make each other laugh, or you guys weren't vibing. The vibe was off. Like, it just feels off. And I think part of it is because there's so much being left unsaid. And if there is another person involved, I think that's why. That's because one of you guys, or both of you guys, is respecting the fact that there's another person. So you don't want to, neither one of you guys wants to bring up feelings, or could have been, or raw honesty. And I think that's what this connection lacked a lot of the times, was like just raw, unfiltered honesty. And then we have stuck in the mud. So like I just keep saying, like, this connection just has like a feeling of like nowhere left to go. Like, it's stale. It's time to go. Time to go your separate ways. But I'm sorry this pile is such a downer. Like, I don't want to ever lie and make you guys, like, give you false hope until what, you know, as far as what the cards are saying and as far as the readings go. So I'm usually pretty honest about what I'm saying, about what I'm reading. So I'm sorry if it's not as positive or as, like, fakely sweet as sometimes I feel some readings are, because they just want to kind of tell you what you want to hear, and then that just makes you feel good. But then it's like, this is your life, you know, these are people, you know, this is like situations that you really want guidance on, or that you're really wondering about, and for me to just sit here and, like, and spin this into something that it's not, I think is just doing a disservice to you. So I am sorry if it's a little bit of, like, sad and not, you know, as positive as we would hope, you know, sometimes I'll click on a video hoping for positive, you know, results, and then I'll get, like, brutal honesty, or I'll get something sad, and I'm like, well, you know, that's just the way it goes. But the first card that I pulled out when we got this one was Star Ancestors, and it says hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. So in terms of this connection, there's a lot left unsaid, like I keep saying, and this person still, even with this reading, there's a lot that I wasn't able to get out. And I think this is the type of person that you would really need to, like, pull a lot of cards out for, because like I said earlier, when I was pulling cards, like, everything was jumping out. And yeah, so I pulled a couple more, and we got soul memories and gifts. You've done this before, so your connection could be quite karmic, or really or you guys have dealt with each other in past lives, because there's something about you guys, there's something about this connection that it's kind of hard to let go. And I think that both of you guys are about to go through a period of really trying to let each other go, and you're about to see if it's really gonna stick, if it's really, you guys are meant to let each other go, because there's a certain energy of, like, letting each other go, and if it's meant to be, you'll come back together, that kind of energy that I really feel for you guys. And it could be both of you guys feeling that way, so you're just ready to let go and see what happens and kind of move on. And if you find someone or something better out there for you, you know that this connection wasn't meant to be. And then we have empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours, sovereignty. I hope I'm saying that right. So I think that they do see, there's a lot of mirroring going on. We have the mirror there for you guys, so I think that you guys read each other's energy really easily. I think that you guys could astral travel to see each other in each other's dreams. I think that for some of you guys have met each other on the astral plane and had some fun times, if you know what I'm saying, either on your part or theirs. But I think that it does talk a lot about you guys have so much similarity that's why I feel like both of you guys are kind of on the same page of, like, let's let each other go, you know, like, the timing wasn't for us, and, you know, it's sad, but you'll both be okay. And then I do want to show you, and this wasn't in reverse, but I want to show you the bottom of the deck, and it was Wheel of Fate. So, like, again, this pile just has a lot of, like, fate and whether something's meant to be or not to be. And I can't tell you it's not meant to be or it is meant to be, but I just, from the cards, I just see that it's not meant to be right now, and I think that's okay. Like, you're gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. Like, if there's someone out there for you, they're gonna, you know, they're out there for you, and if this person is for you, they're gonna come back. Pile number 1, I hope this helped. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys. Hi, pile number 2. I just got so excited because I glanced at the cards, and this reading is going to be pretty positive. I'm so hyped up because last pile was a little bit sad, but that's okay. But pile number 2, let's get all into you and your person. So before I start, I just want to remind you guys that this reading is a generalized reading. It's not a personal reading, so I'm reading general energies. If this doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. And I do have personalized readings that I do, and you can check that out in the description. But your person, I think that you guys might have almost felt like giving up on this connection. You might have even given up on this connection and walked away. and maybe they felt like they wanted to, and they want you to know that they're glad that they didn't, or they're glad that they're coming back around and coming towards you, because you are so much, you mean so much to them. Like, they want to revolve around you. They see you as the sun. They see you as the person who they want to marry, who they want to carry their children or give them children. They see you as like a real partner who they could really grow with and be happy with. Speaking of happy, we do have happy over here, so we'll get into that. But I also see that they want you to know that they appreciate, if your love language is gift giving, they appreciate who you are in that sense. If you give them even time and energy, like whatever it is that you put into this connection, they like want you to know that they appreciate it so much, that they love that you take the time and effort to do things for them, to think about them, to keep them in their mind, to keep them in your mind. And they want you to know that they are with death. They want you to know that change is coming, that they've been working on themselves, that the death of what the connection used to be and all the places that it was lacking, all of the places that weren't right are changing, because they've grown and they're ready. They just want you to know that they're so fucking ready to make shit happen, to be the ones to reach out, to be the ones to take you out on dates, to be the one to respond to your texts, to be the one up your ass. Not literally, but the ones kind of like always blowing up your phone and like, hey, I miss you. And not in like a toxic way, but in a way to like show you that they really cared if they haven't in the past before. Another thing, I feel like I'm going kind of fast because I feel like their energy is so bouncy and happy and excited that everything is going so well with you guys, that you guys finally got to where you needed to be. Because I think that for a lot of you guys, there was a period of like darkness and a period of sadness and a period of like maybe not knowing how they feel or what's going on, if it's worth it for both of you guys, if they felt the same way about you. But then we have the Magician. So like I said, they're working on it, they're working on themselves, they're working on, or they have already, and now they're just focused on you and the connection and making it work and making it happen. And if they haven't come forward, they're working on coming forward and like bringing you the type of offer that they feel like you deserve, that they might have been lacking to give you in the past. And then, God, it's because the thing about this reading and why I feel it's gonna be a little bit shorter than the first one. I don't know how the third is gonna go, but it's gonna be a little shorter because the messages are repeating with the Thinker, Four of Cups. They're repeating with go the distance and the Sun, and then happy with the Sun, and then Yang with the Magician. And then we do have some more cards that I'll get into in a little bit. But what they wish you knew is like how much you run through their mind, like how much they daydream about you, how much they think about you, how much they like, they kind of watch you. So I have a face here watching the fairy. They watch you. They watch your social media a lot, or they watch you when you're speaking, or just like they watch out for, like, say they might drive by your house. This is gonna sound a little creepy, but I really don't mean it to be, and they don't mean it to be, but like maybe your street is on their way home, or maybe they're just like driving around taking the scenic route, and it just so happens that they drive by your house and see that your car's out there, and they're like, they're safe, they're home. They don't worry about you because they're like, oh, I know where they're at. Maybe you guys work in the same area and they just see your car every day and they're like, oh, they're at work, like everything's good. And they kind of just want you to know that they look out for you. And it doesn't have to be that specific. If that creeps you out, then that's probably not for you. Then it just means that they just watch out for you. Maybe they bring you food. Maybe they check in on you, like, hey, have you eaten? Like, what's going on? Are you feeling good? How's your sleep schedule? A lot of things like that. But they're in their everyday to day life right now. They're just so distracted with the Four of Cups. They're just so distracted by the thought of you and like what you guys can get into and what your life will be like, because they do see you guys being together for a really long time, perhaps marriage, perhaps kids, perhaps traveling, whatever it is. But you guys, they definitely see you guys as like someone who is worth their love long term, and their effort and their energy, and they're getting to know and really, really being with you, like truly being with you, like getting to know every bit of you, like even the really bad parts, with the scary parts, you know. They're not good, they're done shying away from you and shying away from a real connection and shying away from real love. And it's really beautiful because you make them like insanely happy and content. Like with you around, they would happily get, you know, if they're in shape or if they really care about, you know, whatever it is, they would happily grow old and let themselves go in a way. And that's not to say that they're purposefully doing it, or that they're going to, but that's like kind of how they think of you. Like they're just so content that they would be happy to just grow old and gain all the weight with you. And they would love you like regardless of what you look like, and regardless of what, you know, what your financial status ever was. They would love you for you and who you are. And with Yang, this just talks about, again, them coming forward, them making things happen, or at least the masculine energy. And they just want you to know that they are on their way. They are coming towards you. They are like sprinting to make things happen for you guys, because they don't want to lose you. And I think at one point they were scared that they were going to lose you because of their foolishness, and they are completely done playing that game and, you know, not treating you right or not doing you right. And then we have karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. So I think that you guys have gone through conflict, and you guys have gone through, both of you guys growing, and them especially realizing your worth and who you are, and how much you mean to them, and how they are not willing to lose you. That is not an option to them. They are like firm in their plan and their goal, and you are on their vision board, you know, like that's how serious they feel about you. Like they're manifesting you, right? They're putting it out into the universe. They're speaking to whoever they believe in and making it happen. Oh, and then we have come together, because they're literally, that's all they want. Spark. I think you just really get them going. Like I said, the thought of you, and just when you guys are around, and you just like breathe life into them, which is why I think that like earlier when I first started doing this reading, I still had a little bit of leftover energy from the past reading, and it was just kind of like, it was a little bit down. And this one, like, it just hyped me up, and it had me like speaking faster than I normally would. And I think it's because it was just so exciting. Your person could be a fire sign, maybe have Leo in there, Leo energy. They don't have to be, but just with like the spark and the strength. But like I said, they're just gaining the strength. They're working out, or they have been, because this has like fast energy. Let me show you the bottom of the deck, wherever I put it. Jeez. Okay, so we can. We have Pentacle. Just kidding. Don't listen to me. No wonder I was like, wait, this doesn't look right. This is what I remember having. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacle in reverse. And usually when it's upright, it just talks about moving slow, about just like making plans and trying to figure things out. But in reverse, baby, they're coming fast. They are not collecting 200 ego. They are not stopping. They're coming. To be a little fair, because pile number 1's reading was longer, and I want to be fair, I'm going to pull some cards, and we're going to talk about, I'm going to pull them from the Sexual Magic Tarot, the mini version, and we're going to kind of get into what kind of stuff they're always thinking about, because this person's always thinking about you and fantasizing and daydreaming. So what exactly are they wanting? What exactly are they thinking in that mind of theirs? Let's see, for pile number 2, please. Number 2. Oh ho ho! It's about to get spicy in this pile. I'm gonna pull one more. That one. Let's get into it. So we have the 3 of Wands, we have the 3 of Pentacles, and we have, I'm not reading in reverse for this one, Page of Cups. So I think that they kind of want to ravish you, okay? They want to grab you and they want to make you feel protected, and they want to make you feel like you're theirs, and they're going to show you exactly why and how, because I think that there could have been a threat of you almost going off with someone for some of you guys, or you guys just kind of backing off a little bit, your energy, taking it away a little bit and showing them, hey, listen, like, if you're not going to step up, like, I'll just take my energy elsewhere. And that made them go into full panic and full, like, no, I gotta get it together, which is why they got it together. But they really just, like, want to make out with you and hold you and tell you how they feel. Because we have the Page of Cups, which is, like, talking about romantic feelings and, like, coming forward and, like, the start of it. So they, like, really just want to, like, they fantasize about just telling you exactly how much you mean to them and kissing you and but also passionately making out, but also them taking control of that. Your person really, I think, really worked hard on themselves and really worked hard on bettering themselves in order to be able to come forward and offer you what they've been wanting to offer you and make what you've been wanting also happen. So pile number 2, that's all I really have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please let me know in the comments. I love that shit. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys. Pile number 3, welcome. I'm happy you're here. If you click the floor, this reading is for you. I do want to remind you guys that this is a generalized reading. I read the general energies. If you guys want, like, a more personalized reading, I have everything, the details for that in the description, so go ahead and click that link if you'd like. And then second of all, that, you know, first of all, you should trust your intuition, and if these messages aren't resonating for you, then this wasn't the pile for you. But if they do, let me know in the comments, and if some of it does, then that just means some of it was meant for you, and if some of it doesn't, that means to just let that go. And lastly, this has, like, similar energy, literally similar fucking energy to pile number 1. So if you were kind of, like, debating between the two, you can always go check out pile number 1. But I will let you know it's not as happy and freaking positive as pile number 2. I was hoping for a positive reading because I feel like people like more positive readings, but I just can't make the, you know, I can't, like, force the cards to be what they're not. So we have the 5 of Pentacles. So I think that someone was left out in the cold, someone was left out hurting, someone was crushed, honestly. Like, you or they, but probably you felt like your heart was, like, smashed into a little teeny bunch of pieces, and they just want to apologize. They're sorry. They are very sorry, and they know, they're aware of the ways that they fucked up and the ways that they did you wrong. Whoa, this is, like, so similar to pile number 1, because we have, like, I think 2, like 3, I don't know, a lot of it's similar. Anyway, sorry. So that's what we have with the pile of the Five of Pentacles energy is like them kind of leaving you, like closing the door in your face and being like, see you, sorry, you're not for me, or ghosting you possibly, or not communicating well enough with you, as well as not moving towards you, not making a move, not maybe just talking about it, maybe it was an online thing or a texting thing, phone calls or something, but there was something about it that maybe they would say all these sweet things and like make you feel. They had a way of making you, maybe they didn't even say it, maybe their energy, they had a way of like making you think maybe they were really there for you. There was something that they did, either an action or words or energy even, that made it feel like they wanted you and wanted to be with you, yet when it came time to come forward and be there for you, they just weren't. They just didn't. But they do want to like also let you know it's like not your fault, that it wasn't on you, that they were just not ready for you, that they weren't ready to give you what you needed, because we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, which talks about, you know, upright, it's talking about working on things, working on craftsmen or skills or yourself, you know, working on saving money, working on, you know, your household, just working on areas in your life that are materialistic or physical. And at the time, they just felt like they weren't enough for you in that regards. Like maybe they felt like they weren't making enough money, or that you would look down on them for it, or that, you know, they needed to finish school first, or they needed to do something first. And for some of you guys, they could have chosen someone else who wasn't ready, someone who gave them a fun time for really like low commitment, because I think that they sensed that you would not be satisfied with what they wanted to give you, and they wanted to give you, you know, one day out of the month, or, you know, 2 hours a day, you know what I mean? Like they wanted to not give you enough, and they felt like that would not be enough for you, and they didn't want to deal with that. They didn't want to deal with being held accountable and being held to a higher standard. They didn't want to, or they felt like they couldn't meet those standards, so they were like, I'm sorry, like I'm just gonna back off and not fucking say anything, all right, like not actually communicate right with you. But they do think that you're, for some of you guys, quite mystical, quite special, quite beautiful. You have a feminine energy that they like love and appreciate, and I think sometimes they look at you and like just fantasize, or like they're all about your looks. They do find you quite attractive. But I think also they felt kind of exhausted. I feel like even if you weren't trying to, and maybe it was just your energy, but they felt like they wouldn't be able to keep up, like your standards were too high, like you expected too much from them, or that they just wouldn't be able to just chill because you wanted to do fun stuff, or you wanted to, I don't know, their energy was just kind of like they couldn't make the cut, and they knew it, so they backed away. But they are coming forward to talk to you, but I don't think it's going to be a heartfelt conversation. So we have message in a bottle, but in reverse. So, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is like just very slow moving energy, trying to get it together. And I do think that they're going to come towards you in some way, but it's not going to be in the way that you want. And we have Imagine, and they just want you to know that they did consider, they did imagine a life with you. They did kind of hope for it, but they just really couldn't show up in that way. It just wasn't meant to be, or it's not meant to be right now. And maybe the message is just going to be like them asking you to hang out because they're just trying to balance everything out. They just want to be fair, because if you were the one always hitting them up, or if they were, you know, they did you wrong in some way, they weren't fair to you in some way, and they're going to try to kind of correct that, but in a very bottom, low tier, low effort way, not in a like, hey, I'm ready, hey, I am so sorry for this, hey, they're not coming towards you to tell you like, all the best things. I'm so sad that this isn't like the best fucking reading, and so happy, and but I just feel like it's such a disservice, and I don't want to lie, and I don't want to give you guys a false sense of hope. I think that sometimes some of my readings can be a little too realistic, and I think that's just the Capricorn in me, and that's the way I read cards sometimes. But if it's a great reading and it's very like lovey-dovey and it's like a fairy tale, I'll read that and I'll let you know that you're fucking lucky, and this, you know, that person is that way, but this person's not. And I think it's more beneficial to you if this is someone you're really curious about, if it's someone that you know, if it's like, you know, it's a real life issue, for me to tell you the truth instead of sugarcoating and like, you know, fibbing or like blurring the lines of the truth just so you guys subscribe or just so you guys like my videos more. Because I think that like the more positive people's videos are on YouTube, the better they do. But I also feel like it's not very, sometimes it's not genuine, and it's not like we can't, it's not cool to just tell people what they want to hear just to get more followers or just to make money or just to profit off of that. I think that's grimy. I'm not into that. Anyways, end of rant. Sorry, I live in Colorado and the wind is kind of crazy, so if you heard that, that was the door slamming shut because of the wind. Okay, and then we have home, peaks of joy, and unexpected visitors. So I am curious about this home because it's kind of contradicting everything. So let me just real quick. So this person felt quite secure when they were around you. I think you made them feel, you boosted their ego a little bit. You kind of made them feel like you, I think, whether you said it out loud or just gave off the vibe, it's gonna be different for everyone. They knew that you found them really attractive. They knew that you thought they were hot or cute or sexy, whatever. And they really enjoyed that. I think it might be really beneficial to you guys to watch pile number 1, because I think they're like, the energies are so fucking similar, it's scary. But yeah, they just knew how you felt about them, or that you were interested. There was something about you that gave it away, or you quite literally could have told them like, hey, I think you're attractive, and they kind of ran with it, and it made them feel really good. But it was at the expense of you know what I mean? Like you were feeding their ego, and that was like, you were giving and they were just taking. Sorry, the wind knocked something off, so I had to go pick it up. But with unexpected visitors, I think I've never had that card come out because I haven't used this deck in a while, so I was like, let me bring it out and let me check on what the book says, because I want to give you guys an accurate reading. Okay, this is annoying because this is literally the same outcome for pile number 1. I think that you can be really happy, and they want you to they want you to know this, that like they are sorry. Again, this pile is super apologetic, but they are really sorry that it didn't work out between you guys, that the timing was off, because we have trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on, time is not running out. They want you to know that they're sorry that they just weren't ready for you, and they're still not ready for you. But they also want you to know that like you are going to be fine without them. And this is also the universe talking. You're going to be fine with them. Like, you're going to find the right person. And I think it's going to be someone unexpected. Honestly, it could be a friend of theirs or a family member. Take that as a resonance, because that's kind of like, whoa. But depending on your situation, like if you guys like, you know, how serious you guys ever got. But someone else is coming. And that's the universe speaking, but they just want you to know that, like, you know, they see your worth. Even though it wasn't time for you guys, they see your worth, And if the timing is ever right, you guys could, you guys could be something and go somewhere in this connection. But for now, that's not where you're at, and they just like want to let you go. But like they want to let you go like that, you know what I mean? Like and maybe you also want to let them go and just like let yourselves be free to love and receive the kind of love that you need to, because this person right here is so open. This person is so open to love and happiness and joy, and I think that you guys can both feel those feelings apart, because this connection right now is not it. And like I was telling pile number one, it's the energy of like let each other go, let them go, they let you go, and if it's meant to be, if you are each other's soulmates, like you guys will come back and make it happen. But for right now, I think there's someone else you're meant to meet, and it's gonna be someone really unexpected. And but they're also gonna unexpectedly text you and be like, hey boo, or whatever their bullshit is, and just like check in on you and like, check that you're doing okay. But they're not there for you in that way, because then the bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles in reverse, so they can't give you what you need. And a lot in this pile, I get very much so that it's like it could be money related, or simply, or just they're not ready and they can't give you what you need. So pile number 3, that's all I really have for you. Again, I'm so sorry that it's not like the best positive flipping reading ever, but I do have other videos that are kind of like your future spouse, your future soulmate, like the person who you are meant to be with, and those are always really good to hear and really uplifting and hopeful, because it's who you're meant to be with. It's a person who is gonna love you for once you meet them, like it's who's gonna love you and like recognize your worth, unlike this person. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.